The Real Monica Adams Show is brought to you by Exist Stretch. Stop by for your free consultation and 30-minute introductory stretch today.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome into the Real Monica Adams Show. I am your host. If you're new to the show, welcome aboard. We always love all of you that are telling your friends and family about the show, waking up to positivity in the morning. Spread that far and wide. Please do us a favor, no matter what the platform is that you have a tendency to wake up to every morning. Tell everybody that you can find us on Facebook and YouTube, Instagram, X. You can also find us on Rumble and LinkedIn and Twitch. So 7 platforms every morning at 7 a.m. And as you see below, share, like, and follow the live stream. If you're looking for the library of shows, subscribe to that YouTube channel. Again, subscribe sounds like it's paying for something. It's not. Just click that follow button and you'll get notified, and then go back to all the positivity of how it started right here. I always like to at least have one day throughout the week where we come to you from my home, because after all, for 33 years, you've allowed me to come into yours through television and radio, and I greatly appreciate that. We have 2 guests on for you today. We're going to talk about taking care of you, sis. And we're also going to talk about a monumental event that will take place. And God willing, Mother Nature needs to cooperate. It would be an incredible first for our area. It is going to be an outside volleyball game. Only the second boys outdoor volleyball game in the United States, and a first in Missouri boys volleyball. So we'll talk about that coming up for you today as well. All right, let's kick things off. It was rocking and rolling overnight. Did you get any sleep? Did the kids come in with you? The dogs jump in with you or run into the closet like Tessa always does with us? Yeah, those storms were nuts overnight. A lot of thunder. And now we're talking about some isolated storms maybe to the south. 83 degrees today, 63 tonight. Tomorrow, evening and night storms. So we could see what we saw last night again tomorrow. 87 though. It's going to be almost 90 degrees tomorrow as we head into the weekend. Saturday, those storms will end in the morning. 59, so much cooler as we head into the weekend. Sunday, 66. We get into next week and we don't have any mention of rain until we get towards Wednesday. Monday looks beautiful. So does Tuesday. Look at 73 and 77. Wednesday, 80. And then we get to Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week into the mid 70s. Saturday of next week, only upper 60s for the high. So yeah, really up and down weather for sure. As I just mentioned, it's been crazy overnight. And in fact, we have some prayers we're talking about for a Kansas town that was struck by an EF2 tornado. Unfortunately, dozens of homes were destroyed. This is in Hillsdale. Road and bridge crews working all night, clearing the debris from most of the roadways in Hillsdale after the powerful storm left about 60 homes significantly damaged. According to the National Weather Service, its survey team found that the EF2 tornado touched down in the area that had maximum wind gusts of 115 miles per hour. Around 100 homes were impacted, damage ranging from minor to a complete loss. Crews also worked to de-energize the power lines, move them off of the roadways. Now it's the cleanup steps, and that will include completing searches with the codes department, accessing the safety in the buildings before they open them up to the area volunteers. Red Cross, of course, is assisting. Now, this is a population of about 130. Most people in Hillsdale were affected by the storm. I mean, again, I just told you 100 homes. So they will have to replace about 50 power poles and plan to restore the power to the area as soon as possible. So truly affecting almost the entire area of that town. Pretty devastating, right? So let us know, by the way, did you have any damage overnight? If you did, let us know how you're faring today. All right, I covered this story when I was in the news, and I'm so happy for the homecoming that we saw for this gentleman. Long-awaited return for Officer Travis T.J. Brown. Welcomed back to Ferguson. Family and friends and co-workers, community members all gathering to welcome him back to one of his favorite spots in Ferguson yesterday. There was a lady that lives in Ferguson that said, "We have a lot of love for you, TJ. This is something that this whole community has been praying for." 19 months ago, Ferguson police officer Travis T.J. Brown, again, was suffering from a severe brain injury that he suffered while on the job at a protest in 2024. A big part of the Ferguson family, the community, and then, of course, of the family of his brothers and sisters in law enforcement. So welcome back, sir. I'm also excited to tell you about Forest Park, the USA Today poll, the top 10 best parks in America. And Forest Park gets #1. And folks, by the way, this isn't the first time they got that award. It is the third time in the last 5 years. And so if you haven't been to Forest Park in a while, get out there. It is absolutely beautiful. Of course, it's where it houses our St. Louis Zoo. What's on tap today? Get to know your customers. National Bean Counter Day. Oh, I love orchids so much. It's National Orchid Day, National Banana Day. If you don't know, I'm an auctioneer, and so today I get to celebrate. It's National Auctioneers Day. Also get to, it is also for those that are running through the National Day of, it is National Pathway Day, Healthcare Decisions Day, Wear Your Pajamas to Work Day, and if you want to make breakfast, evidently it's National Eggs Benedict Day. I'm not wearing pajamas to work, and I'm not ever wearing pajamas on an airplane, by the way. In sports news, the Cardinals finally coming out victorious. The final 5-3 against the Cleveland Guardians. St. Louis Blues will be in action today. It'll be the Blues and the Mammoth at 6:30. And then just taking a look, I was asking our dear friend, ChatGPT, what's the top national headlines? Large spring storage system bringing flooding and winds and tornado threats across the plains and the Midwest. So this severe weather outbreak is impacting millions. Over 50 million people actually under weather alerts as the system now pushes east that we saw, shaping up to be one of the first major severe weather stretches of the season. New releases on Peacock and other platforms trending, including major titles and sports coverage. Streaming competition heating up with new originals and live event content driving the subscriptions. St. Louis City SC winning 4-0 and advancing in the tournament, now unbeaten in 4 matches, building some serious momentum. I love that. Governor Mike Kehoe signing an executive order activating emergency planning, getting ready for the 2026 World Cup. Kansas City, by the way, will host 6 of those matches, including the quarterfinal, and the focus is on security, logistics, and economic impact. And let's go back to the Cardinals for a second. Pitcher Packy Naughton left the game after just 3 pitches due to a possible re-injury, raising some questions about his comeback after multiple surgeries. And Missouri is rebuilding through a transfer portal. When we look at basketball, several key additions and targets signaling a more aggressive recruiting strategy this offseason. So pretty much weather awareness, sports momentum, and again, the bigger picture. So we like to give you what we consider you might want to know, a little news you can use before we get into our big show, right? So we're going to kick things off talking about you women. We always love to talk about wellness, and obviously this covers everyone. There's an event coming up. It is the 2nd, by the way. It's called Take Care Sis. We're going to talk with the founder. We're also going to talk about my whole triangle of life theory. You know, I'm always telling you to take care of this, take care of this, and then take care of this. Mentally, spiritually, physically, you got to take care of yourself. And I know my guest coming up feels the exact same way. Don't go anywhere. Our first part of our show today is with Chi Anderson. Our second part, Jeff Cheak. And again, talking about a momentous opportunity for Missouri and St. Louis. We'll talk about all of that coming up.
Hi, it's Monica Adams. Thank you so much for following along with the Real Monica Adams Show. But I wanted to let you know there's so much more that I could do with you, your business, your corporation. Did you know that I'm a motivational speaker all around the world, as well as an MC and an auctioneer? So if you have an event, maybe a nonprofit organization, and you want to book me, just shoot me an email, info@therealmonicaadams.com.
And we want to thank each and every one of you for being a part of the show, obviously watching, and then we couldn't do it without all of these sponsors. So please take a look at them down below and support those that support us. Again, you want this show to continue, we have to make sure that we thank them, get into them and say, hey, I saw you on the Real Monica Adams Show. Welcome back to the show. And again, today is about motivating you. And if you feel a little down in the dumps, I'm hoping that myself and my guests can lift you up and get you excited to kind of change that day around with the way that it was going. So let me bring my first guest on this morning. This is Chi Anderson. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Monica. I am so good. I am so grateful to be here with you this morning.
Look at that smile. How do you not get excited when you see positivity?
Yes.
So I was talking with Chi just off camera, and I was saying, how long have you been modeling? So she's a model, a creative coach, an entrepreneur, nonprofit founder. Her journey blends creativity and leadership and empowerment. We're going to talk about so many other things that she does, but I love this answer. You started modeling when?
38.
Okay. So when people say, "Oh, I'm too old to do this. I'm too old to do that," right? So I don't want to ask, but how old are you now?
I'll be 46 in June.
Okay, so look, it hasn't even been 10 years. She's got this. So what brought you, what we're going to get into the Take Care Sis event, but what brought you to modeling? What made you want to do that?
I've always aspired to do it growing up, but my she's a traditionalist to the core. And so she was like, yeah, go get a real job with some benefits. So I really needed a confidence booster during a certain season of my life. And so I picked up modeling, and it totally changed my life.
Obviously opening several doors, and but people need to hear this, right? She didn't not do the blood, sweat, and tears. She absolutely did that. She's gone. I mean, you've got an MBA. Tell people, I could do it, but I think it's better. You tell them how your walk of life has been.
Just like most people, life ebbs and flows. You have your good, your bad, and everything in between. But it's about how you react to the life that is being thrown at you. A lot of the life were choices that I've made. So, you have to hold yourself accountable for those things and learn how to move forward. So it's really all about growth and evolution.
So again, she's a life coach. I just mentioned you got an MBA, and so your life can take you in many different directions. As you were growing up, and then you decide to get into modeling and life coaching, and again, this wonderful event that we're going to tell you about that we want you to get to as well. What are you most proud of from your beginning to right now?
I think my most proudest moment is just I never stopped. I never stopped. I never allowed any negativity, anything that people had to say, anything that got in my way, or if I got in my own way, I just never stopped. I always kept the importance of the impact at the forefront. And yeah, that's what I do. I just keep the people at the forefront. That's what it's about. It's about impacting the people.
Absolutely. So she's also an accomplished actress, by the way, a voiceover talent, an influencer. So tell us what we would have seen you on.
You make me sound so great, by
You
the
are.
way. Mobile on the Run was one of the biggest campaigns that I've ever gotten. Multiple billboards here in Missouri and Illinois. I was on a commercial for Girl Scouts that won a Mid America Emmy. So that was a very proud moment as well. But I've done some other things like for Sonic. It's so many, but they've all been great. There's no big or little. It's just a great opportunity.
When we bring people on, Chi, I like to have everybody understand, again, like you said, the path goes like this. So you can hear, first of all, her bachelor's degree is in healthcare management, the MBA in business, life coach certification in positive psychology. And so she spends 20 years, as many of you might be doing. You're waking up, and I hope you don't feel that drag of, oh, I got to go into this place again. So she was in corporate America, right? And realized that the life she truly desired was beyond the office walls and the cubicles. And maybe you feel the exact same way. So I love that you're driven by faith. I'm very faith based. A lot of you that watch the show, you know that. Persistence and this commitment. So, Chi, you get a chance to tap in, and did for a long time, to one side of the brain. Then you get into this creative side of the brain. Do you feel you still get a chance to blend the two, though?
Oh, you have to. You absolutely have to for that balance that will allow you to succeed and make the biggest impact possible. Yes, I carry the corporate hat everywhere that I go. I can't turn it off. So
Well, and it's what allows you to put on an event like we're going to be talking about, right? The business mind of it all. People might come there and see the energy that she brings and be like, "Oh, good, she gets to have fun. She's doing this." Well, yeah, but there's a lot that goes into that. I'm sure when this one wraps up, you'll be like, "Next year, okay, let's start tomorrow or tonight, maybe."
it's so funny because I'm already planning
I bet you.
2027, which is going to be amazing. I really hope y'all can come out.
Absolutely. And we're going to tell you about that because this is the second annual. But before we do that, just to make you laugh, Rose just said, "Oh, Chi, what a slouch you are. Seriously, what an inspiration." What do you stop to think about when you feel negativity creeping in?
Mm. I have a really busy life. I wear a lot of hats. I have a lot of jobs. I have a lot of commitments and responsibilities. But I think it is important to be still and take the time to actually reflect on all the things that God has blessed me with, all the people and connections that He has blessed me with. And that's what pulls me back into a positive state of mind. I'm gonna be honest, it's really hard to be negative and or stay negative
Mhm.
when you do the type of work that I do. It's
Mhm.
it's way bigger than me.
Well, you know what? Oh, you gave me a chill. Chi, this is the thing, and I hope you all hear what she just said. When you're walking in God's purpose, first of all, when you're obedient, when you listen to our Creator, and He takes you away from the drama and the negativity and the space that you were in, and trying to help you and teach you to say that you don't belong there, you belong in these circles over here. You can't be in a bad mood because people always ask, Monica, are you never not happy? Sure, we all go through ups and downs, but we don't stay there, right? So if you were in something in the past, you start to surround yourself with what you want more of. Is that what you saw in your own life?
Oh, absolutely. I never saw it being this grand though. So I love telling God my problems, telling him what I see for myself because he always like magnifies it times 10. So like with last year's event, I had such a small goal and it ended up surpassing it more than I ever could have expected.
Absolutely. I mean, come on, folks. Look at some of these pictures and the turnout that she had from year one. Again, we're talking, if you're just tuning in, with Chi Anderson, the founder of Take Care Sis. And you're like, oh, well, this looks fun. This looks like something that I want to get to. Well, the answer to that is yes. Yes, you do. So we're going to
Yes.
find out. So, the creative coach of Chi Anderson, what made you want to come up with Take Care Sis? And tell everybody what it is.
So, Take Care Sis is a self care and wellness platform, and I use it to encourage women, specifically ones that are always putting themselves on the back burner, not pouring into themselves, whether it be because of lack of time, money, or resources. And so, I've created this hub that allows us to do just that. The ultimate goal with Take Care Sis, which is a 501(c)(3),
Mhm.
is to have the resources at your fingertips where you don't have to come out of pocket so you can get what it is that you need.
Yeah, let's talk about that because we're going to talk about the strain of mental health. And as we do that, we're just going to bring up some statistics. Nearly half of adults say it's difficult to afford healthcare costs. So, Chi, they're talking about, well, I'm just going to put my health on the back burner and I'm just going to hope that everything's going to be okay because I can't afford it, right? Including large shares of the uninsured, Black, Hispanic adults, those with lower incomes. Three-quarters of uninsured adults say they have skipped or postponed getting health care that they needed in the past 12 months because of the rising cost of health care, right? Reports of problems paying for health care highest among Hispanic adults, young adults, as well as the uninsured, and nearly 2 in 10 report their health got worse after they skipped or postponed the care due to cost. So these stories that you are hearing from so many, Chi, it has to dishearten you. It has to break your heart, which is why you're doing what you're doing.
Yes, yes. I was going through a very tumultuous time with a divorce about 8 years ago. And self care, I tell people, self care actually saved my future. It allowed me to not only get to know who I am, but it also got me to learning what it is that I like to do. And because I didn't know who I was when I was married, but I started to learn those things. And I actually realized I like to hike. Go figure that. She's a
Where,
hiker, okay?
where do you like? Well, look, can we do this? You and I need to have a cis date together. I love to
Oh my
hike.
gosh, yes, we
All right,
should totally do it.
we will make plans to do this. And so all my viewers, they call themselves Monica's Maniacs. So I say we get a whole Monica's Maniacs and Take Care Sis event together. Yes?
Let's do it.
Okay,
Let's do it.
where do you like to hike?
Creve Coeur Park is like one of my most favorites, but anywhere is a hike to me once I put those tennis shoes on, okay?
Yeah.
But once I get going, I put my ears in, like, oh, it's yes, let's do it.
Do you reward yourself with some good shoes and hiking boots?
Mostly smoothie bowls afterwards.
Yeah, I like that. But so, you know what? That's a really good point that she's bringing up is that you are nourishing your soul. God has asked us, right, to provide good nourishment, health, nutrition, putting all those first. But,
Mhm.
when did you get that? When did you really get the aha moment of how important that was?
Um, I always saw specific things growing up. Didn't know they were self care. I just thought it was upkeep. But it really was a part of self care. So it's really always been in me. I just honed in a little bit more when I was in those darker times. It's really important to have like minded people in your circle and those that can pour into you when you can't. And so that's important. Have those people in your life that can pour into you, lift you up, hold your chin up, dust you off when you can't.
Absolutely. So here's the thing, she's telling you she went through a divorce. So dark times, they happen. She decided I'm not staying in the darkness. I believe in myself, right? She's saying I know my value. Again, we're talking about going through so many aspects from a business standpoint to finding her purpose. I told you she is not only an actress and a voiceover talent and an influencer, she made history as the first official model for Brazen Boutique and has appeared on the HBO series Betty, award-winning talent, Mid-America Emmy recipient for her work as again in the Girl Scout commercial. I mean, seriously, again a lot of hats, but isn't that the world that we're in now? I think I don't actually know anyone that has just one job.
I don't either. I don't either. It really is the way of the world right now, okay?
And you're also, I was watching some of your Instagram posts. By the way, tell them where they can follow you.
Yes, creative coach Chi on Instagram and also underscore take care sis.
And so on your Instagram, I was watching you help others because I was just saying this the other day. The greatest thing we can do is not keep it here, but spread it to others, right? And to lead, because we have to thank God and others that were role models for bringing us to where we are. And then you pay it forward. Tell everybody about your coaching for modeling and your book.
Oh yes. Oh, the creative coach. Near and dear to my heart. It's so funny because I didn't even know that I possessed such a gift. I thought everybody knew how to pose in front of the camera. And so I realized they don't. And so my best friend, who I help him run his production company, he suggested I do this for a living and create a business out of it. And so that's what I did. And so I show up for people for their photo shoots, their public appearances, make sure that they're refined, calm, in the best of spirits, and help them with their poses if need be. I do have a book out called 100 Plus Poses, a playbook from beginner to pro. And it's for the everyday person. It's not specifically for those that are aspiring to be models, but it's for the everyday person like yourself, Monica. Which Monica, you're not the everyday person now, girl. You are a beast. I'm sitting here like she's really good, but
You
but
know
the
what?
book itself touches on like how to do micro movements with your poses, with your hands, with your eyes, so you can get the most out of whatever experience you're creating.
And I was watching you walk, and then the girl that you were helping, and you were like, oh, I can see that you don't know where to put that hand. So when this happens, just put that on that hip.
Yes, I always say, when in doubt, put your hand on your hip and smile. Yes.
Folks, again, if you're just tuning in, as you see on the screen, this is Chi Anderson, the founder of Take Care Sis. And as she said, she would love for you to experience what so many had a chance to experience last year. So tell them all about this, where it's going to be held, and we're talking about how you can get tickets as well.
Oh my goodness, I am just so excited for the second annual Take Care Sis Women's Wellness Expo. First and foremost, you have to be a woman, 25 and up, please. So, yes, it's going to be a run for women again this year. Only we're going to have the entire building. Rung has blessed us with the entire building to have more opportunities to take care. A few things that we're going to offer that we didn't offer last year outside of complimentary massages, hand facials. We will also have a meditation room. We will have an additional yoga session for the community at large. We will have an acupuncture room. I'm just excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. All of this is free. Okay. Now, I do have a VIP experience,
Yes.
but it did sell out.
Oh, it
But this
did?
is free for the community from 12 to 4. All you got to do is go into Eventbrite and RSVP for your girlfriends. Pack up the car, get there. It's going to be an amazing time.
So I am so proud of you. The fact that you just said that it sold out. Now, what? Tell them because I've seen the numbers. How many tickets did you sell?
Right now, we're at 1,700
Hang on a minute. Don't
RSVPs.
don't just throw that and just let it go. 1,700 folks. Look at the dream. 1,700 VIP tickets.
No,
No.
RSVPs. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
RSVP. Yeah,
Okay. How many?
VIP is 65.
But okay, so 65, but
Yeah,
1,700 tickets so
yeah.
far. And what is your max?
Um,
What because you always set goals. What's your goal? Or did
The
you already
goal is
set that?
2,000. The goal is 2,000, but I'm already kind of planning that maybe half will show. RSVPs are just that. This is just a space holder, but the real number is in the bodies. And so I'm predicting about 1,000 throughout the day will show.
This is incredible. I mean, again, this is only the second year for this. So you get those VIP tickets, they go out already. So you can't get the VIP tickets, but now you get a chance to go free from
Yeah.
12 to 4. So again, the space where you're holding it, tell them where that's located.
Run for Women is at 2717 Sydney Street on the South Side, South City. And what I love about Run for Women is they are in so much of an alignment with my brand and my vision, pouring into women, people that identify as women, minority women. It is the ultimate place to have an event like this. You walk in there and you can't help but just be encouraged. It's bright, it's airy, it's colorful, it's positive. It is such a beautiful space, and I am grateful to be there.
So from the people who went last year, Chi, what were the comments that you heard from them? What stood out the most that made them say, I can't wait for next year?
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Well, first of all, they kept saying, you need more space. You're going to need more space.
Yeah, where was it last
Yeah. It was that Run for Women, but we were all in one room. Like we were just in their community room, which is 5,000 square feet. And they were all like, yeah, this is great, but you're going to need way more room.
year? You're busting at the seams, Chi.
That's right. Those are good problems. Carol Daniel told me that was a good problem. And I've never heard that before. Like it seems like an oxymoron, but she was right. That was a good problem to have.
And hopefully, for all of you watching, and I know people are in other cities and states that end up tuning in, Carol Daniel is a longtime sister in broadcasting with me. She worked for KMOX for a long, long time. I think, is she over at PBS now?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, thought so.
Mhm.
So she's been in the industry for a long, long time. Again, so you're bringing a lot of things. I looked at it and I went, I want to do that. Oh yeah, yeah, I want to do that. Oh, I want to do that too. I'm like, oh my gosh. So when you're brainstorming on this, who is all having a say, and what is new this year, by the way?
The people have a say. I've taken a lot into consideration of things that they have requested or said that they would love to see. And the new things would be like the meditation room, the acupuncture. We will have a foot detox station. We will have a lounge. Some people, even though they're coming for the experience, they may get a little overly stimulated, and so we will have a lounge room with like snacks and adult coloring books and some little lo-fi music. We're gonna try to give everybody something tangible that they can leave with, even if they don't buy anything like wine or body butters, because we will have those too. They will leave with something that they can hold on to, that they can reference. We're gonna have a prayer corner, and we had that last year, but we're gonna have four prayer warriors, and they've coined this experience as the prayer clinic, where they're gonna get you well. Okay, they're gonna knock some they're gonna knock some wellness into you, okay? And I'm so excited about the prayer clinic, but that is something tangible that you can take with your spirit as you're walking out the door.
So look, if you go to the website, by the way, it's takecaresis.org. You will see the countdown to the big day. I'm sure a lot of you that are going to be a part of this are getting excited right now. 15 days, 16 hours, 29 minutes. And it is noon to 4 where the free entry is. Again, so much it will take place, from music to fill your soul, meditation, the prayer corner, raffle giveaways, complimentary bra fittings. I love that, because how many women are
Yes.
walking around going, I think this bra fits me?
Yes, 80% of us are wearing the wrong bra right now.
You have everything. Again, you said you're already looking forward to 2027. So what in your mind is going to be for the third that is not in the second?
Panel discussions.
Oh,
I do want to hone in more on the experts as far as education goes. And so we will have a panel discussion of sorts where we'll have maybe multiple panelists on different panels. So it'll probably end up being a 2-day experience versus a one.
look at this. Again, you have this idea, it grows, it continues to grow. You now have people saying, please do it bigger, bust out at the seams, keep going, keep going, keep going. I hope I know it's hard because when I ask people, what are you most proud of? A lot of times they're like, no, I don't want to take it as me. It's like everybody. It's not, obviously, we can't do anything without a team. So I'm sure there's a lot of people that are helping you in this.
Oh, I do have an amazing team, and that is growing as well. I'm going to need a few more. Specifically, an assistant for myself because I do a
Girl,
lot.
you and me
And
both.
yeah, I need somebody quick, but good. Quick, but good.
Yes. Right? It
Yeah.
is because that is a really good point to bring up when you talk about taking care of yourself mentally. We do try to do a little too much, and nothing against men, but women multitask to the nth degree, and we think we can do more and more and more. But when it comes to health, because again, this is what you and I preach, we have to remember number one. Do you get told that a lot? Like, hey, wait a minute,
Oh,
you got to take care of you.
Oh, yes. One of my good friends texted me last night just checking in on me. And he always asks, how's your mental?
Yep.
How's your mental? He does that every time. And I absolutely appreciate that because that's not a popular question. And so it really forces me to think, how am I doing today? Uh-oh, wait a minute. I'm a little tired. Or,
Yep.
oh, I forgot to eat lunch or something. Like he checks it every time. It's so funny. But those are the type of people that you need in
Yep.
your life, you
Yep.
know?
You need that in your corner. You need accountability, but remember to reciprocate. It's not all about taking, 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 right? Reciprocate. Let me
That's
go
right.
back to some of the comments. Gratefulness is key to success. Exactly. Hello from Dublin, Ireland. Shane, thanks so much for watching. Love it. Debbie says for you and I to do the hike. In fact, someone said plan a fun local area. Let's go. Mobile Monica hike. I can see it now. Told you. uh, you're amazing and inspiring, Chi. Thank you. You have an infectious personality. I told you all
Thank
that that's
you.
what you would feel. So get yourself there. Before we wrap up, one more time, tell them where it's going to be, what to expect, and then I will put already in the comment section, just look in the comment section, you will be able to find where you can get tickets.
Yes, Run for Women, 2717 Sydney Street, South City. What to expect is just a load of fun, lots of energy, lots of positivity, lots of pouring out, pouring into, receiving. It's a self care sisterhood that you do not want to miss, and it is free for the community. Please, please, please go on to Eventbrite, type in Take Care Sis, and register, not just for you but for every woman in your life that needs this replenishing. Let's go.
Let's go. I love it. So I'm again, you should be so proud of yourself. I am so proud of you. I'm so glad that this came
Thank
across and
you.
that we were able to set this up. I can't wait to hear how many. So please keep in touch with me. I would love to do a
I
follow up
will.
and say, hey, remember that interview that we did with She? She got 2,000. She got exactly what she was looking for. And by the way, you did put it out there. So let's just say you did say you're going to need an assistant or you're going to need some people. If someone's interested and they want to work because they see themselves, and a lot of times they need to get into something like this to turn their life around,
Mhm.
what would be the best way for them to get in touch with you?
They can email me chi@takecaresis.org.
Chi at takecaresis.org and take care of yourself. You matter. You're important. Let's get you to change that life around. Yours fantastic. Thank you so much
Mhm.
for being our guest this morning.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate this, Monica. You are the best.
All right, everybody, don't go anywhere. More of the Real Monica Adams Show to come.
What if you could start your day feeling loose, relaxed, and ready? Deep hydrotherapy right in your backyard. No commute, no appointments, just warmth, relief whenever you need it. Sore muscles recover faster, tight joints loosen up, tension you carry all day, gone. Relax with your family or friends, or work out with our Michael Phelps Edition Swim Spas. Worried about maintenance? We have factory-trained service nearby whenever you need it. Plus, we're here for you long-term if you have any questions or need to refill supplies. You can even test spas at our showrooms. Spas and More, A+ rated, locally owned for 20 years. We put the ah in spa.
One of our things we always say is we want everybody to leave with a smile.
Oh, and trust me, they do. I've seen a lot of smiles here today. There's so many levels of why you will love these ladies, but giving back to the community, supporting the community, collaborating with other businesses.
Base pace. Now we give parameters here. Power walkers generally use incline. Yeah, I know.
Go, girls, go!
Because you're not only getting some great local roasted coffee, you're getting good people.
Good people is what it's about. And by the way, that person who turned up their nose, karma is that you know what.
Everyone needs to be kind. And it starts really with the adults. And then it goes down because we're the ones that are instilling this in our children, in our families, and everything thereafter.
We are live on location. And this is the really cool thing. This is exactly what we can do from your business. We call it Mobile Monica. You know, I'm always on the move.
We can help in that year. We want it right there. 25, 25, 25, 25. We're raising some big money tonight. We're going to keep going. Let's go 5. Who wants to go? Sold! $2,000! I love it dramatic, don't you? It's 8086. Look, it is getting hot here. Where's Nellie? $8,500, 1986. 86, 85 is what she has it at. 86, 85, 85 going once, 8,500 going twice, 8,600 he says. She's like, come on, go fast. 87, I need 87. Lift it up, let's do this. 87, 86. All right, we're gonna do it again. $8,600 going once. Does anybody believe the game is done? I don't think so. I don't think so either. 87, how about 88? 8,800. She has it for 87. We're gonna do it again. 87 going once. Oh, look at this. We put it down. You might have it. 8,700 going twice to her. She's got it for $8,700. You're going to 64. He's talking to his buddies. They 64? Oh, he said, I think she, unless somebody else wants to jump in the game over here. 63, we're looking for 64. I'm gonna go 63 once. Do you think the girls have it, or are the guys gonna steal it away? 63 twice, they say the girls have it. 63 twice. The girls have it! Congratulations. I can feel it, yep. All right, $1,900. He's like, nope, make it work for it. How about 2,000? Keep talking. He says yes. He says yes. You want to have a game? Yes. Invite us all over for Super Bowl and have that sound bar. Twice. All right, that was it. Congratulations. Right there, $10,000. Make sure that I'm saying your number. 178 at the $2,500 level. Who else can give a $2,500? Let's help these babies out.
And welcome back to the Real Monica Adams Show again. Thank you so much to Chi Anderson kicking things off for us. If there are topics or guests that you would like for us to have on the show, shoot me a message at info@therealmonicaadams.com and keep them coming in. I love to get these. You all have some really amazing ideas for us to shine the spotlight on incredible human beings. And as I mentioned, if it wasn't for you all watching, you Monica's Maniacs, and all of our incredible sponsors, we could not do this show. And we've been bringing more and more on, by the way. We want to thank the incredible Garden View Care Centers for being a part of our show. You know, I've been talking about the amazing care that they gave to my mom, but it's not just for me, it's from thousands. Margaret said, never believe that a few caring people can't change the world, for indeed, that's all who ever have. There was a woman that was telling me that she had a dear loved one during the 63 years that they cared for a special needs son. She said, I knew the day would come when I could no longer provide the care that he needed, so I dreaded that day. Have you all felt this? I would have to leave him with strangers in a stereotypical nursing home, and he dealt with many physical and mental disabilities, including blindness, secondary to a brain tumor at age 6, leaving him so dependent and vulnerable. And then she said, the day that she feared arrived. And the family and the physicians became aware of the toll that it was taking. The best advice they received was from a friend who said, quote, you really should check out Garden View Care Center. They took such good care of my dad. They are really great people there. Well, I second that. And they are amazing. They have 3 locations. So I want you to go and do a tour. Again, make sure that you're doing this in advance and you don't try to do it at the last second. They have one in O'Fallon, Missouri, Doherty Ferry, and Chesterfield. Garden View Care Centers. Check them out online, gardenviewcares.com. And I don't say that casually. They absolutely do care and will treat your loved one like they treated my mother the 2 weeks that she was in there after her fall, as if that was their own mother. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And welcome aboard, by the way. We love having you. My mom said, Monica, I had to take a fall for them to realize how good your show was. I was like, that's so typical of my mother, right? Somebody asked earlier how Tessa was doing. She is doing fine. Tessa is one of my dogs. She is doing great. So thank you, by the way, for asking that. So you know I'm big into sports, and I'm so proud of what is going to take place for our area. In fact, thank you to Michelle for letting me know. A lot of you know Michelle Harmon. Our guest now is actually from Michelle, saying, Monica, I want you to be a part of this monumental event. So as you can see, we have Jeff Cheak on now, a varsity head volleyball coach. Jeff, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Doing great. Excited to be here and excited to talk a little volleyball.
Okay, so I just had an incredible guest on before you, and someone's like, oh my gosh, yeah, it sounds like a slacker. Oh my gosh, she's done this and this and this. Well, the same applies, by the way, for Jeff. He's been a transformative figure in high school volleyball for more than 25 years, leaving an enduring impact on programs and players and the sport itself across Missouri and beyond. You began your coaching career as an assistant in Vianney, right?
Absolutely. So yeah, I actually played there, went to school there, and then joined Jeff Gabbert, who was the head coach there, who's one of the most decorated volleyball coaches in Missouri. So was very lucky to be able to learn under Jeff at Vianney.
And that you helped guide that program, multiple state championships in the early 2000s. And then you took over as the head coach at CBC. You've been all over the place.
I know, it's you just kind of jump all around. You got to experience all the different schools that St. Louis has. No, I was CBC. That was my first opportunity to be a head coach and learned so much there and met so many amazing people, both at the school and then the athletes especially, that are still some great friends today. So had great success there, just on and off the court, which then also led to a great opportunity where I am now.
And so, yes, you said the success aspect. You led the cadets to a Final Four appearance in the first season, which is incredible. And under that leadership, CBC continued to thrive, finishing as a state runner-up in both 2013 and 2014. Then assumed leadership of the SLU volleyball program, where he built one of the most dominant dynasties in high school volleyball history. Just incredible. In your time of being able to lead and coach and instill so much in all of these athletes, what are you most proud of?
The relationships. To me, just being able to build the relationships with the parents and the players and all the administration at the different schools, to me, that's what makes a great program. And the word that we use a lot at SLU and CBC and Vianney before that is family. As you are trying to build anything, right? If you can kind of build that culture and build the family, good things happen. And it's not always easy, just like a family, right? Like I was just listening to your commercial before about your mom. Like there's some tough situations at times, but it's like, how do you respond to those tough situations? And to me, that's the fun of it. Like that's the one thing that it kind of ignites the spark as to why we all do what we do.
Absolutely. And, the guest I had on right before you as well, she talked about going through a divorce. And then she popped up on screen and everyone's like, that woman has the most infectious personality. And it's like, yes, don't think that this is the way the life has to go. There's better things that are on the horizon for you. And if you feel like you're just stuck, you have to start surrounding yourself with great people. Again, if you're just tuning in, Jeff Cheak is my guest. So I mentioned SLU. From 2015 to 2023, SLU captured 8 consecutive state championships. During that remarkable run, the program achieved a 76-match undefeated streak. That's the 3rd longest nationally, and an undefeated set streak exceeding 120 sets. I just sat down with a dear friend of mine that I went to high school with, Jeff. Do you know Dan Rolfus, who's over at Incarnate Word?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So I look at you and I look at him and I'm like, it's the same type of care and love for these young minds, these young, incredible athletes. And you sit there and go, oh my gosh, they're winning again. Oh my gosh, they're winning again. It's like, what do you feel that you have? And I'm sure you'll probably say it came from someone else that was a role model to you. Right, yep. And then we pay it forward. So what did you learn and what do you hope to teach?
The learning, still learning, right? Like that's the advantage of kind of being in the role I'm in, surrounded by amazing coaches. So learning every day from them. But it really started with who I mentioned at Vianney, Jeff Gabbert. There's a long list that I've learned from. Dennis Lafata, who was a major factor in Missouri volleyball. Donna Mayer. I mean, the list is endless. It took a lot for me to learn, so I'm sure they had to be very patient with my crazy questions and probably repeating things sometimes. But it's that group, right? And watching them interact with the athletes is what was inspiring to me. And to me, the fun is taking what they taught me and then kind of giving it your own spin too, right? Like,
sure.
I'm never going to be able to communicate at the level they are. So how do I need to communicate to different athletes? And just being able to watch that group is amazing. And even watching existing coaches that may be competitors and seeing what they do and talk to them a little bit about Zach Young from Lafayette, Tim Hafner, and Jillian at Vianney currently. It's so much fun to watch them interact and take pieces of what they do and kind of integrate it into our programs as well.
Again, folks, if you're just tuning in, Jeff Cheak. And I said, Jeff, what do we put up there for your title? Because I'm like, you were there, you're here. I'm talking about, again, Vianney and CBC and SLU. But most recently, Jeff has led the girls program at Ursuline Academy, already made a significant impact. The team has secured 2 district titles, finished as a state runner-up in 23, continuing his tradition of immediate and sustained success. Competitive achievements, extraordinary. Greatest legacy lives in the culture that he builds, as you are hearing. Now, Jeff, I wanted to bring you on because this is incredible. So SLU, Vianney, CBC, Kirkwood, all participating in a first in Missouri boys volleyball and only the 2nd boys outdoor volleyball match in the United States. And again, they're hoping, folks, that you hear this, you share this. I always ask you to share our shows, but now share this far and wide because they want you to pack those stands, support the teams and the boys volleyball. We'll talk about where you can purchase tickets. And I put this in the title today. This is God willing. Again, Mother Nature. If she doesn't cooperate, we're going to let you know where the game would be, but we're hoping that it can in fact be this April 18th, 1 p.m., the outdoor game. Tell us about this and how did it all come about, by the way, Jeff?
So yeah, it's a crazy vision that a group of us kind of had sitting around talking about Nebraska's women's team, which is one of the best in the nation, if not the best in the nation. Did this, I think it was 2.5 years ago, and they did it in the football stadium and had 90,000 people attend a volleyball match. So to me, that kind of, they took volleyball to another level. And from Missouri boys side especially, it's something that we've been trying to do. And some of the names that I've talked about, like, how do we grow the sport? Yep. So the spirit of the event really became, how do we grow the event? How do we celebrate where we've been and where we're going? And trying to do something outdoors seemed kind of fun, probably a little bit crazy with April weather in St. Louis. Probably not the best potential month to pick. But that's kind of where it came from. And the celebration of the Missouri boys, just to give you maybe a 30-second, we just became a Misha sport about 2 years ago.
Okay.
So prior to that, we were a high school club sport. They'd always kind of fluctuated between 40 to 50 boys teams throughout Missouri. Just since we've become Misha this year, and I'm going to give an estimate, we're over 100 teams now. Just the growth inside of 2 years
In
has been
2
about
years.
60 plus team. Yep.
Holy cow.
So, so the growth has been amazing. We have Kansas City and Cape and Springfield and all these different areas now that are participating into this amazing sport. And this to me was yet another way to bring grade school kids more visibility to the sport. And what better way to do it than outside on a soccer field and build a volleyball court?
This is incredible. So the idea to do this, and as you heard, you're like, well, hey, they get 90,000. Let's do this. Let's do it right. When did you start planning this? When did the idea first come to fruition?
So Chris Muskoff, the AD at SLU, and I kind of kicked the idea around right around November of last year. I think we both kind of laughed at each other and we're like, well, this is going to be very aggressive. I think we're using this year a little bit is also a lessons learned, right? Like, let's go through it, figure out what we can do better. Because the hope would be this is something that we can repeat year over year with a bunch of different schools.
I mean, again, for those of you that are just tuning in and you're like, wait, what's going to take place? We want you to get there. We'll tell you how you can get tickets. SLU, Vianney, CBC, Kirkwood, participating in a first in Missouri. Again, boys volleyball, the only second boys outdoor volleyball match in the United States. So tell them the breakdown. So there's going to be a 1 p.m. game and then a 3:30 p.m. game. And then I mentioned if Mother Nature doesn't cooperate, you might have to shift gears a little bit. So then tell us what would take place.
Absolutely. So, yep, Kirkwood CBC will play at 1 o'clock. It's located at St. Louis University High School right there on Oakland, right by the Science Center. The field is just a little further than adjacent away from the Science Center, so you can park in the Science Center. Plenty of parking there, walk up. You can get tickets that day, $10. We're trying to keep them pretty affordable so that if a family comes, you're not spending an astronomical amount. But we also need to pay for some of the materials to build what we have. So that's what the $10 will get you. We'll have concessions and all that good stuff. And then at 3:30, SLU and Vianney are going to play, which to me is going to be a fun game. Just we've already walked through the history of me being at Vianney, but Vianney and SLU have the most state titles through the history of volleyball. So in Missouri. So to me, it'll be a fun little matchup. To be able to do that at 3:30, then to your point, God willing, it's a perfect way to go about that. Prayers, anything. If we can go light a candle at church, we'd be appreciative. Anything that we can do outside of building a big umbrella. Basically, if for some reason that rain hits and we can't do it, the event is still going to be on at SLU. We'll just move indoor. Okay. The facility that we have there is, we're spoiled by how great their gym is. So we'll be able to accommodate everybody in that location, and we'll keep the same times. The only caveat would be, and I don't think it's going to change, we might shift times based on if there's patterns of weather that we need to avoid.
Sure.
The 4 coaches, the other 3 coaches, are amazing individuals. We've talked a bunch about flexibility, and we don't know what we don't know, and the referee crew is going to be great. Sue Harvey is leading that. So flexibility and prayers. That's gonna be the key to a successful Saturday.
I know some of you are connected to the good Lord above. I think you have him on speed dial, and you're like, "Hello, please help them out."
Please, any favors?
How long did it take to build the outdoor field?
Great question.
Court, I should say.
Yeah, no. So we actually engaged 2 different companies, both from out of state. They're gonna bring in the subfloor first thing Friday or Thursday night. Then Friday morning, we're going to start to build a subfloor, and it's about 8 inches off the ground. It's going to connect. They tell me it's very easy IKEA type of like turn and twist. This guy is not a construction guy, so notice that would never go on the title under Jeff Cheak. But it sounds like it'd probably take about an hour and a half. We have to use some forklifts and put some of that together. And then another company is coming to lay rubber mat and then sport court tiles. They're like 4 foot by 4 foot and connect puzzle piece style. And I would say, again, the SLU parents are amazing. They're coming to volunteer, so it'll take an army. Like anything that's done, right? Like we have to have a great army of volunteers and whatever else, and we're spoiled to have quite a bit of help. So I will say it'll probably be most of Friday.
So again, Kirkwood, CBC, 1 p.m., Vianney, SLU, 3:30 p.m. on SLU soccer field. Again, this sport court being built on the subfloor to hold this first ever Missouri boys event. Tickets are going quickly. Do you have any idea? Have you looked to see how many tickets have already gone?
Yeah, I'll say I probably have a problem clicking a little too much to see, like maybe too often to see what the click is.
It's like stepping on a scale, hoping that the pound has been lost.
Absolutely. Did I lose another pound? No, darn it. So yeah, we are. What is it? It's 1,000 tickets are available. I'll say due to the weather, we probably have about 400 sold right now.
Okay.
So there's plenty of room, and I'm sure everybody's doing what we're doing. Hey, let's go to weather again and see what we have. Hey, let's check the weather. So similarly, I'm checking the weather about every 30 minutes.
Sure.
Surprisingly, Monica, it doesn't change every 30 minutes. Just
No.
I keep waiting for the sun icon just to show, and it's just not quite there yet.
No. So again, as we mentioned, any prayers, we'll be checking in with our aspiring meteorologist, Beckett Moore. He'll be on with us tomorrow morning. I will reiterate to him that we need during this time to have beautiful weather. We're crossing our fingers and hoping for that. So obviously you've had a great response. And from what I understand, I would hope, since this is a monumental event, that you should be getting a lot of good press coverage. Have you heard that?
Yeah, we are. I think Camel V is coming out. STL Today / The Post is coming out. We have a lot of people that are going to be photographers kind of around the court. And rumor is there might be some national coverage coming as well. We don't have that for sure on lockdown yet, but I have a feeling that'll happen. It's the theme. You know, it's going to be the weather. So
Sure.
as long as it feels.
Manifestation, Jeff, at its best. Manifestation. And you're already getting this coverage, right? So all these Monica's maniacs better get out there.
Well, and I was going to tell you, we can't appreciate it enough. I mean, it was funny just in the last 24 hours. I was talking about the opportunity and how nice you've been to bring us on. And they're like, oh my gosh, we got to go flood her and we're going to go like and subscribe to everything that she has. This is amazing. And I will tell you, the volleyball community is a special group. And I mean that in the best way. They are there for each other all the time. And to me, it's a tight-knit group, but we spread pretty wide. And I'm telling you, the groups like you that are willing to help advertise, you'll probably be stuck with too many volleyball maniacs now. So,
Oh, we're going to have to give new names to them, right?
Yep.
That'll be an addition to them. Well, again, I have been involved in sports for a long time. I covered sports for 12 years in my career, and I miss it sometimes. So I'm excited to have all those athletes. You absolutely tell them whatever their best platform is. And we mentioned it earlier, but if you don't know, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, Rumble, Twitch, LinkedIn, and I know a lot of the younger generation loves Twitch. So I'd love for all of them to watch us on Twitch or tell us a platform that we're not on. Well, Jeff, I do hope that it is absolutely incredible and that you're like, wow, we're onto something here. Let's do this again and let's make it bigger and better than ever. We're going to look right now at what I gave at the beginning of the show. So this currently is the forecast. Okay, for those of you that are heading into the weekend, the storms should be ending. It'll be maybe a little chilly out there. We're going to try to wipe it away and we'll send it, because right now I was saying it's kind of the storms are heading to the east. So let's push them out. We need a big wind, Jeff.
Absolutely. If we can kind of get that, heck, I'm not a meteorologist, but that northeast wind, get it away from us, keep it up north. We can take plenty of rain maybe over the next week. And I think we've already had enough, but we can take more just to avoid this next 72 hours.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, folks. So one more time, this is what we're talking about. If you're just tuning in, the SLU Outdoor Series on Saturday, CBC and Kirkwood, 1 p.m., SLU and Vianney, 3:30 p.m., located on the SLU soccer field, God willing. Jeff, thank you so much. You're a pleasure. And I welcome all of you. We wake people up every morning to the positivity of the world and shining the spotlight on incredible things that are going on in our community. So we're excited to have you as part of our Real Monica Adams show.
We can seriously thank you enough for helping advertise this. And like I said, you have a bunch of new fans, so we can't wait to listen more often.
Thank you, Jeff. Have a beautiful day. And again, can't wait to hear how everything goes this weekend.
Sounds good. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, folks, don't go anywhere. We'll wrap up with our faith when we return.
Welcome to the mobile Monica version of the Real Monica Adams Show at my favorite restaurant.
There's something about a coffee house that's just very warm and welcoming.
Gives you that sense of community.
What are you most proud of since you've opened it?
I cry easily. I'm thankful for everybody here.
You opened the door during the middle of the pandemic. You got the best Italian restaurant in the United States. Here in St. Louis, you put us on the map.
Does it scare you? You go through fear?
Terrifying.
So how do you get past the fear?
We find something to laugh about.
Nothing better than laughter, right? And I hope you've done that. I hope you have a smile on your face. I hope you see positivity in the world. Thank you both to Chi Anderson and Jeff Cheak for being our guest today. And as I mentioned, we couldn't do this without each and every one of you. Special thanks going out to Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa, JG Optimal Wellness, Spas and More, Defiance Ridge Vineyards, Dot Fleshman Realty, Bridget Childress Legal Nurse Consulting, as well as Garden View Care Center. And then, if you haven't heard, Exist Stretch is our new title sponsor, and I want to know if you've gotten in there yet. Also, if you're looking for a gym to work out at, Exist Fitness is part of them as well. And in fact, Exist Stretch has one of their locations inside of Exist Fitness. And you say, well, where are they located, Monica? Well, good question. I've got the answer for you. Let's go through Stretch first. Exist Stretch is in St. Louis Hills at 5605 Hampton. Exist Stretch Arnold, located on Vogel Road. Their exact address is 3823. You can find them existstretch.com, at Exist Stretch. And what will you experience? Your body, your mind will change on so many levels. Again, this is you walking in the doors, getting that first stretch on them, and it will be truly life-changing. There are so many people that have been in already for that first stretch, and they're like, wow, you guys were talking about it, but I didn't think it would be so fast. Yes, within that 24-hour time period, suddenly you feel like, something's changed. I don't know what it is. And it's the fact that the body's moving the way the body should move. So get in there. See Claire, see Trisha. Trisha was just on with us yesterday. Trisha Rhodes, she is one of the head stretch therapists. And this gentleman, thank you so much, Rich, for letting us come and film your experience. This man has Parkinson's. And I mentioned it is Parkinson's Awareness Month for the month of April. Again, we saw his tremors when he sat on that table, both in his hands and in his feet. In 25 minutes, suddenly they had completely subsided. Again, it speaks for itself. So athletes, young and old alike, get in there. What do you have to lose? Your first stretch completely on them. Exist Stretch, thank you so much for being a big part of our show. And next week, Trisha will be back with us. Tomorrow, by the way, is our Foodie Friday. Did you watch Hell's Kitchen? More importantly, did you watch season 20 of Hell's Kitchen, which was back in 2021? Trenton Garvey, who is from our area, he won, and he is our guest tomorrow. Cannot wait to introduce you to him. He's going to teach us how to sear a trout, and he's going to also make a little risotto for us. And we'll tell you where you can eat his food in Maplewood, Missouri, the Blue Duck. If you've been there, you already know. If not, now it's a new place for you to go to. So our Foodie Friday, that's what's on tap for you tomorrow. Can't wait for you to get a chance to experience that one. I told you I'd bring in a little faith, and I like to do a couple things for you. One, pull the card of divine inspirations. God said, I almost gave up until I realized how far I'd already come. That's what you need to hear. God didn't bring me this far to leave me. This is from our friend with the Girl of Prayer. Check out Marietta Divine and see how she's changing lives. Again, I love this component. First, it was the Girl of Prayer. Then it's this. You can get these divine inspirations, affirmation cards inspired by Marietta Divine. Never give up or give in, because a hero always lies within. You have to, there's a bunch of cards for you. You have to believe that. There is a hero in you, right? It kind of reminds me of the Whitney Houston song. You just have to believe in yourself, or at least surround yourself with others that do when you've given up on yourself. All right, everybody, I hope you loved the positivity today and some great events coming up, from Take Care Sis to the wonderful volleyball game. And again, thank you for all of these great ideas of how we can change lives together. God bless you all. Looking forward to have you salivate until we can meet tomorrow with our Foodie Friday. It's going to be a beautiful one. From now until then, remember what I always ask you to do, and that is to be kind. God bless you all.
The Real Monica Adams Show is brought to you by Exist Stretch. Stop by for your free consultation and 30-minute introductory stretch today.